Good morning, Kent. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start here in a few minutes. Denise. We've got about 4 minutes before we start up today. Well, good morning, everyone. I think we're just going to wait maybe one more minute to see if we can get some more folks to log in before we start.
Might be a small group today.
Yep. Could be fun. All right, well, I think I'll go ahead and get started, and we'll just let folks pop in as they come. Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Brenda, and I'm a homeownership counselor here at the Southwest Washington branch in Woodland, and this is my partner. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Justina. I also work in the Southwest Washington Woodland branch.
So we're homeownership counselors. What our jobs are for customers is to be a guide and an educator through our process in building your dream home. Great, there's more folks hopping on board. That's awesome. All righty, so you're going to spend today with me and Justina about an hour. We will be happy to answer any questions along the way. So if you hover over the bottom part of your screen, you're going to see a toggle down below, and there's question and answer boxes. Please put your questions in there, and Justina will jump in along the way so we can answer questions live. Adair Homes has been in business since 1969. So we are the grandfather of the on-your-lot builder in the Pacific Northwest. And we have, gosh, I don't even know how many branches we have now. We just opened 3 in Arizona this last year. Justina, do you know what our total count is?
I'm not sure off the top of my head, no.
It might
Probably
be
like
37 or 40. I'm not sure. But anyhow, we're growing continually in this market, and we are definitely staying busy. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get started. All righty. And today we are showcasing the Winchester. This is a great little house. It is 1,560 square feet. It comes in several different elevations, starting from the least expensive elevation, which is the classic. You can see there are the least amount of bells and whistles on this particular footprint. Solid door, all horizontal lap siding. We jump to the traditions, a little bit more bells and whistles. You got horizontal, vertical, you have your belly band, your corbels, and straight columns. Hop up to the next elevation, the signature, just a little bit more bells and whistles. You've got your dentile right here, and you've got windows in the front door. You have a little bit more robust columns built out at the bottom. Next would be our lovely Craftsman, where you've got the cedar shingles, and it's just gorgeous house. Fancy garage door. And finally, the farmhouse. The farmhouse is our newest elevation, and as you can see, it's very traditional farmhouse look. Got your eyebrows above the open areas of the house, and you got some nice gabling going with your columns. So today, we are going to be looking at the Winchester floor plan. It was built in Stevenson, Washington. And there are very few modifications. So this is the original floor plan. It is 1,560 square feet. What our customer did is she lived in a neighborhood that had a homeowners association, and the minimum square footage for that neighborhood was 1,600 square feet. So we made a minor modification to get her to the proper square footage. This is the Shema floor plan. It is the Winchester with a slight modification right through the center part of the house. We added about 40 square feet to get her up to a true 1,600 square foot home. Great simple floor plan. You walk in through the front door. You've got a nice big kitchen. Into your great room area. Mary put a fireplace in. Other modifications, she has added a few items like pendant lights. She went ahead and did gas appliances. You swing down the hallway, you have a nice sized master suite with a master bathroom, nice sized walk-in closet. Your utility room is right off the garage. And then you swing over to the other side of the house, and you've got the wing with the 2 bedrooms and the bath. So we are going to hop in and take a look at Mary's house. It is gorgeous. She had Adair Homes paint the inside and the outside. That is an option. So we have our owner to do program where you build equity in the home. And one of those items that you get to do is paint the inside and the outside of your house. Now, some customers love it. And some customers are like, heck no, that's not for me. You have the option of going to a third-party vendor and getting a quote from them, and also having Adair Homes paint it. So in this case, great color scheme, isn't that, Justina?
Yeah, I love the colors. Is this the signature exterior as well?
You're right, signature exterior. So you're seeing the dentile here above your garage in the great room, or the kitchen in this case. Robust columns and your corbels. All of the siding on our homes is James Hardy. We do all of their lap siding. That is a cement composite material. It looks just like wood, but it doesn't rot like wood. So it's a phenomenal in the Pacific Northwest. And we also do all of the trim in the Hardy product as well.
Well, it looks, I love her colors.
I do too. It's beautiful. All righty, we're going to go ahead and swing through this video, and we'll stop it along the way. Again, if you have any questions, please type those up so Justina can answer them as we roll. Here's your entry, and you walk right into the front of the home. We have a different variation on this floor plan, and we can essentially flip it where you would walk into the great room, and the kitchen would be on the far side if that's where your views were.
That's awesome. So are people able to change the floor plan even if it's not an option for the home?
You betcha. So with this particular floor plan, Mary needed to add 40 square feet to this build. So we did add that square footage to the concepts on this floor plan, and we re-engineered the home to do that for her. Many things you can do that are custom priced, and you're just not available to our homeownership counselors as a standard price, but moving walls, taking out closets, making them into dens, anything you can imagine, Adair can do. So you walk into the entry of the house, and you're going to see this lovely kitchen.
Ooh.
Isn't that phenomenal?
Wine fridge.
Look at the counter space on this. Yeah. Mary had us, that's good actually. Mary had us alter her island so that she could add aftermarket a wine refrigerator, which I think we'll see a picture of that in a moment.
Smart lady.
Really smart lady. You guys immediately see walking into this house, you have a vaulted ceiling. That is an addition that Mary added to the house to open up this great room area. And Mary did do upgraded countertops. She chose a granite countertop. And with the granite countertop, she chose an undermount sink. Her cabinets are standard cabinets that Adair will give you complimentary in the base price, as well as her handles on the cabinets.
I love that kitchen. It's so spacious.
Oh, it's great.
We do have a question about the flooring in the home.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a customer who is asking what the material is for the flooring and the counters, which I know you already said that the counters are granite, but what flooring is in this house?
Sure. So Mary's countertops are called SF Real. That is the color that she chose for her granite countertops. And the flooring, the carpeted area, is a Shaw carpeting in the Bungalow series, and it's a Kodiak Bear color. It is an inexpensive upgrade from our standard carpets. It's about 99 cents a square foot. And the wet areas, or the hard areas that you're seeing, Mary put in, hang on a second, I got to find it, guys. Justine, if you find it first, jump out and scream it, because I'm looking and I'm just staring and it's not coming out at me.
It looks like it's actually the standard vinyl.
No kidding. That's why I'm not able to find it. We just did this on our last virtual.
So, oh my gosh, our standard vinyl flooring keeps tripping us up where we think it's like some upgraded laminate or luxury vinyl, and it ends up being the standard flooring. This is the second time that this has happened to us. So that's really funny.
This is called it's a product by Mannington Floors. It's a roll product, And the name of this one is Havana Smoked Habanero. I think that was on this last virtual tour. Justine and I did this last week, and I got tripped up again. I was like, I don't recognize it. Here's their wine. Here's Mary's wine add-on. So we had the cabinets just adjusted for her to bring that in aftermarket. Look at the space of this. She upgraded to gas appliances, although they're the baseline. You receive the Whirlpool microwave hood vent. Our standard is a electric glass top, but Mary has the gas. And then you receive the dishwasher to accompany it. You will be bringing in your own refrigerator.
Love that. And then are there other appliance options that are available to customers?
Yeah, good question. You betcha. So we have of recent, we just brought in 2 upgraded appliance lines. There are gourmet line. The first is by Whirlpool. You would receive 2 built-in ovens, an actual cooktop, and a hood vent, and a microwave oven that's built in, as well as your dishwasher. That runs at my branch in the Southwest Washington location about $4,000. To upgrade to our high-end line, it's by KitchenAid. And same ensemble, you're going to get 2 built-in ovens, a built-in microwave, the cooktop, the hood vent, and the stainless tub dishwasher. We also have some other upgrades that are not gourmet, but you can get like a double oven, which has got 2 ovens. So you lose that little warming drawer at the bottom, but one's like for cookies and whatnot. And I think there's even some other options. I can't remember. Do you have any on the top of your head that you can remember?
Well, I know we will allow customers to put in their own appliances, so they don't have to even purchase our appliances if they don't want to, and they'll get a small credit back for those appliances, and then they can go shopping galore and put whatever appliances in that they might want. And I have done that for some families, and it's just important that you provide your specs to us so that we can rearrange the cabinetry to fit those.
Perfect. Mary did opt for the fireplace option on this floor plan. I think it's so fantastic. She chose a special upgraded mantle. It's called the Sylvan. And she also chose upgraded tile. And the tile she chose was by Explorer. It's called Barcelona Chateau. It looks phenomenal. I think she did a great job.
It does. What is the standard mantle for the fireplace?
The standard mantle, if you upgrade your fireplace, will be a drywall mantle. So you'll paint it the color of the house, or you can paint it another color. I want to point out right here on Mary's floor, she opted for a brass plug to be placed in her floor because she knows her furniture is going to be floating and she didn't want to have any cords in the way. So we do have that as an option for you.
Very smart.
Yeah, really, really smart. We're going down the master hall now. And we're first going to see her utility room. So I want to point out what you're seeing right here on this wall is her gas furnace, okay? We used to be able to hang these into our garages, and we did it very frequently, but because of the updated energy codes, at least in the Southwest Washington location, they have to be placed in conditioned space. So we typically will put them in the utility room if there's no other place. Sometimes the utility rooms are large enough that you can build a closet around that, so it's kind of tucked away and hidden.
Yeah, so that energy change is in effect in Washington, the state of Washington and the state of Oregon now.
You're going to see right here is our standard wood shelf that we will give every build. You can certainly upgrade above your washer and dryer to cabinetry if you'd like. And Mary also chose a freestanding utility sink, which is also an upgrade for this home.
Can we do a utility sink in cabinetry?
You betcha. We can put the same cabinets that are in the rest of the home and put the sink in that for you.
Awesome.
So here's the master bedroom. I do want to point out that Mary has chosen our standard trim, which comes complimentary in the base house. It's colonial trim. You receive that around your doors and baseboards. And then she also chose to just have a simple windowsill and apron added to her drywall case wrapped windows. We have window wrap packages, and we have different depths of or different design styles of the trim. Those are all upgrades, but this happens to come in the complimentary standard pack, as well as the door. It's a 6-panel hollow core door, and she has round satin nickel door handles, which are also in the base price of the standard build.
That's awesome. I can't get over this flooring. I'm sorry. I can't believe it's vinyl. It does not look like vinyl flooring at all.
And we do have a whole new selection of vinyl flooring by Shaw, which came in just about a month ago. And it is even more realistic than this.
Yes.
Great flooring product. I'm amazed at how great that looks. I want to point out that Mary upgraded her bathrooms as well to the granite countertop, and she had to choose an undermount sink. She had the option of the oval or the rectangle. She chose the rectangle, but she chose standard faucets. At the time that we did Mary's build, they were chrome, and they're now obsolete, and we will be giving brushed nickel as our standard.
That's
She
awesome.
chose the standard backsplash, which is a subway tile, available in white or bone. She also stayed with the standard fiberglass tub shower surround. Look how deep that is. It's a deep
Nice.
tub.
And it's all one piece, right? It's not multiple pieces.
All one piece, easy to clean, nice and smooth. It's a great unit. There are the standard lights that will come with your vanity as well. We have upgrades available in additional brushed nickel and oil rub bronze. Can you hear the music?
I can't, no.
I can just hear it barely on mine. If anybody's interested in the size of the room, Justina, do you have that footprint available that you can give to them for the master?
I can get it up. I think it's 13 by 14.
I didn't print. It's a good size master.
Yeah, 13 and 3 inches by 14 foot 8 inches.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good question. One of our attendees is asking the question, what if you prefer to pick out your own lighting and mirrors? What options do they have?
Great question. So we have vendors that we source all our products from. If you didn't desire any of the products that we have available in our design center, then we would send you to our vendor where you could choose the product and we custom it for you. Or you can have the standard stuff put in and you can purchase your own on the open market and install it after the build. You are seeing standard lighting in here. An upgrade would be those pendant lights above the island. And Mary chose to have the brushed nickel.
It looks like Mary added some outlets above her fireplace as well. Was she planning to hang a TV there?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, whoops, I just went too far. Let me see if I can catch that again. It doesn't show it. When you're customizing your home with your home ownership counselor, it's really important that you think through where you want additional outlets or standard outlets. We'll place them on your concept where you'd like them located. So if you're going to put your TV above that fireplace, it's a good time to put that onto your order and to think out if you need additional lighting. But you can see there's plugs everywhere in our houses.
Yes, there are a lot
Great
of
windows.
I love those windows. Look at how much natural light comes into that bedroom.
So pretty.
That's awesome.
Now we're going to go into the secondary bathroom. The great part about this house being a small home is you have your master on one side and the additional bedrooms on the other side. You have that nice separation of space. That is so cute.
Super cute.
She's already got her shower curtain hung. So just the same products. You've got that lovely vinyl floor again. She didn't upgrade much in here, but her countertops and those sinks. And she chose the bone backsplash.
That's a good color combination.
Really neutral palette. So she did really a fairly simple home, or I should say a fairly standard home with just minor upgrades. And it looks really fantastic. I love showcasing our homes like this because our design centers are pretty blinged out. They're great. Oh, nice. We got a shot of this. Okay, so our garages. A new upgrade of our recent upgrades to our floor plans. You will receive a garage door standard. You also receive a garbage disposal standard. Mary's garage is, as you see, not finished. It's just studs and the framing. Our new upgrades to our garages will give your firewall a finished firewall. Obviously, those are shared walls with the house. They'll be insulated and they'll be drywall. The exterior walls that don't touch any interior walls will now be drywall and fire taped. So there's not going to be any texture and there's no insulation, but you can add that insulation in on the build if you like. Be sure if you do that, make sure you upgrade your garage door to an insulated garage door. The standard garage doors are not insulated. You can see right over here, there's a door. That's an upgrade that Mary added so that she can exit her garage off to the side of the house. What a beautiful property. It's so pretty.
It's really pretty out there. And do we allow people to add additional windows if they wanted to add more natural light?
You bet. We certainly can. So when you're with your homeownership counselor and you've chosen Adair Homes, and you guys are drilling down the cost for the home, you can add in any additional windows and they can be priced for you after you've completed a site visit for us. So you've chosen Adair Homes to build. We will come out and do that site visit for you, and then we can customize that build to your specifications. Mary had a really nice patio put on, and its finished size is, come on, a 24 by 8. Yeah.
That's really nice.
God, it's such a pretty lot. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Yep, looks really peaceful. So what I want to do is just run through it free for all so you can see the whole house go through without me stopping it. And then we can ask questions as we're rolling. Okay,
so get that playing, and then we have a question here. Do our homes have a standard HVAC system, or was that HVAC system something that had to be added that we saw?
All standard homes are going to come with an American Standard heat pump and HVAC system. It is a phenomenal system because of the energy code updates that we've gone through. They are available to you in electric. If you would like to have gas, that is an upgrade cost, and you can also convert to propane. way the corbels on her island pop like that right there. I think that's so
Very
cool.
It's super cute. Another question, is there an option to upgrade to black hardware on your hinges and doorknobs?
Good question, Justina. I'm not sure how to answer that. I know that we have flat black accessories available in faucets. I don't know about the door handles. Do you know, Justina?
So I would say it kind of depends if this customer really wants a true matte black or if they're okay with oil rubbed bronze, which we do have samples of in our design centers. We do have an oil rubbed bronze option readily available to us. If you want matte black hardware on your doors and doorknobs, that's something that would be really specific to your branch and what they're able to source. But we do have some suppliers that we can look into sourcing those items for you so that you're not having to change them out after your build, because that would be pretty tedious.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I've actually never had a customer ask for the black.
It's getting pretty popular, I would say, especially in the modern homes.
I'm rocking to the music.
We can't hear the music over
How many
here.
folks do we have on today?
4.
4 folks?
Yep, so I would say this is probably our most intimate session that we've done.
It's definitely the least amount of folks we've had on.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, ask some questions. We're here to answer them. It's a free-for-all.
Yeah, we'd love to answer questions for you. There's only 4 of you, so feel free to ask as many questions as you like, because we are scheduled to be on this webinar until 1. So we have a half an hour that we could spend answering questions, or we'll wrap up early, I guess.
Yep. Trying to think of what else we can share.
Well, these
So
are
let's talk let me talk about the process.
we have a question.
Okay, you answer your question first.
What comes standard for flooring? And are we able to do vinyl plank flooring throughout the entire home?
So standard flooring, as you see in our lovely utility room, that is a vinyl product. So the wet areas in the home will come with a standard vinyl product. It is a roll vinyl. If you use the Shaw brand, it has a fiberglass mesh backing on the back of it. It's very durable and it looks like wood. We also have the Wilson Art. Your carpeted areas are generally bedrooms, hallways, and the great room. We have carpet selections by Shaw available for you to choose from that are complimentary in the base price. And then we also have upgrades. As far as upgraded wet flooring, we have laminate flooring. We don't put that into bathrooms because it will swell. It's an MDF based product. We have luxury vinyl plank, luxury vinyl tile, and we have engineered woods.
We also have actual tile too.
And we have tile. I forget about that all the time. Yeah.
Yep. We have a request for us to show the patio again. So the patio cover.
We'll be ripping by there here in a second. So we'll pause when we get to that and we can take a look at that.
Perfect.
So I want to talk about how Mary Shama got to this place, how she got to the end result.
We have quite a few questions.
Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna shut up then and answer.
Okay. Do the mirrors in the bathroom have to be glued to the walls, or can they sit on the counters so we can put up our own mirrors later without tearing the paper off the wall? That's a really good question.
It is a really good question. You need to make sure to tell your homeownership counselor to not install the mirrors, and we will custom that for you so that all the contractors see that at the time of installation.
Yes.
Installment, sorry.
And
I said
then,
installation.
so we have a fun question here. Are you ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
seems to be a question we're getting asked a lot. But Kent wants to know if, well, he says, now that lumber prices are coming down a bit, how will that impact construction costs?
It's a really good question, Kent. So let me try my best to explain what I share with my customers. Because we are in an unprecedented market, which I hear all the time, and I actually hate using that word, but it is really a great description of what all builders are experiencing right now. Not only has lumber been involved in this, also we have copper, we have PVC, plastics. The entire supply chain is essentially upside down because of COVID. And what happened is that folks stayed home, they worked from home, or they didn't go to work at all. They did a lot of remodeling projects. We had some terrible winter in Texas, which really hurt the plastics industry. The resin industry went through a horrible storm, and that affected laminated wood, our OSB products. So lumber was what our media focused on, but the entire supply chain had been greatly affected. Then on top of that, now that folks are going back to work, they aren't comfortable going back to work. In many cases, they don't have daycare. So we have a shortage of supply and demand. The demand is high, the supply is low. I know it's kind of a long-winded question, but that is really the truth. Lumber is just a very small portion of it. We are seeing the futures balance out with our lumber costs now. And typically, what Adair Homes will do when we find ourselves off price is we'll bring in additional standard features to our homes to bring it back to the market value. Does that answer the question?
We'll see if he asks an additional question. So, but basically what you're saying is just because lumber costs are going down does not mean the prices of our homes are going to go down.
No, not at all. And the lumber that was purchased, if you were to build, that lumber has been purchased 6 months out. So, excuse me, we look at the lumber futures. And I know I heard that in Chicago, they had a big drop in hemlock. And hemlock's a hard wood. It's a kiln dried hard wood, but we don't typically build with that with Adair Homes. We use kiln dried Doug fir, which is the premier wood of choice in the Pacific Northwest. Now we use hemlock all the time in Arizona, but we use Doug fir here. There's that patio for you. Does anybody have a question about it? And specifically any direct question?
It wasn't a direct question. It was just somebody who wanted to see it.
Okay.
But while we're talking about lumber prices, we do have a price question, and that is, does that also mean the current price lists on your site are reasonably accurate as well? They are very accurate. Our prices online are always in real time. So when you look at that price that you're seeing on the website, and if you go in and you speak to a home ownership counselor, they are going to quote you the same prices you are seeing on the website. So you don't need to think that what you're looking at online is inaccurate. Our marketing team does a fabulous job keeping that updated for our customers.
And I want to show you guys something real quick. When you go to the Adair Homes website, it's really important that you go to the upper right-hand corner where it says Southwest Washington right now. You click on it and you can pick your build area. If you do not correctly pick the area, you may not have your correct pricing. All of our build areas, all of our branches carry different pricing. Okay, so for our branch, Southwest Washington, we're right here. We also do build in parts of Oregon. We build in Clatsop County and Columbia County.
Perfect.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Fire away.
Brian would like to know if we are able to install concrete patios and walkways during the build process, and if so, when? I see the walkway on this home appears to be in the process of being completed. You want to speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So a great question. I mentioned in the beginning that we have an owner to do program that builds equity for our customers in the build. And I mentioned painting, interior and exterior paint. In addition to that, we have concrete work on the exterior of the home that the homeowner will get a bid for and bring a contractor in to take care of. So when you're looking at Mary's house right here, she might end up putting a 20 by 20 landing pad outside of her garage. She'll likely do a walk path up to the house. Underneath her little covered patio here at the front, she'll do flat work, whether that's concrete or a product of her choice, as well as the back patio. We leave that for customers because it is so unique to each home. Some customers would maybe want to do bricks or flagstaff or a different type of product material. And there's different types of concrete finishes that customers have the ability to choose. We do have a turnkey program. And in our turnkey program, we do take care of the flat work underneath that patio and your front porch area. And I believe the landing pad.
That's correct.
Really good question.
It is a really good question. And on that note, for those people who are doing their own site development, what kind of resources do we offer to help them through that part of the process?
It's another really great question. I think Adair Homes is very unique in that we have a department. It's called pre-construction. And it's a department at each branch where an administrator takes you through the entire owner to do program in completing your site development. We will provide you homeownership counselor. Your assigned homeownership counselor will provide you with a list of tasks and all of the subcontractors and their phone numbers to reach out to. We're also more than happy to assist. In this market, it's very challenging to have maybe an excavator call you back. And most of the time you're going to get a voicemail. So it's important that you say you're building an Adair home. And if that doesn't get a call back, you reach out to your homeownership counselor and we'll get somebody to help you with your bid process. It's not as daunting as it seems. We provide you with all the tools to complete the tasks.
Yeah, we want you to be just as successful as you want you to be. So we're going to make sure that your process goes as smoothly as possible. And we have a customer who's just wondering, you know, is it possible to live on the property while the home is being built, or is that a liability issue? Guess what? You own the property. Adair Homes does not own the property. So if you want to be there and you want to live there, you are more than welcome to live there during the build. And I am sure Brenda, as much as I do, we have so many customers that actually opt to do that, and they'll bring their travel trailer and they'll stay on site and really get to see their home being built every day.
Yep. So it's a great option. Just make sure that the community that you're building in doesn't have restrictions against doing that before you buy your property, if that's really important to you. Any other questions?
It looks like that's all the questions that we have for now.
That's pretty cool. Let me really briefly go over the process of how you get to this beautiful home. You're going to make an appointment with your homeownership counselor, and you're going to go into the branch that will be building for you. We'd love you to stay with that branch. If you are out of town and there's another branch that's closer, you're more than welcome to talk to those homeownership counselors. But unfortunately, they can't give you a lot of detail and pricing because we don't have the price list for other branches. At that meeting, it's purely educational, and we will walk you through the program. If at the end of the meeting, you're like, this is exciting, we want to move forward, you've chosen Adair to be your builder of choice. Your next step is to find your land if you don't already have it. We can help you with that. We have preferred realtors that we can refer and help you find that piece of land. When you find the piece of land, our next step is to do a site visit for you. Adair Homes offers a complimentary site visit. A superintendent will come out and place the home that you've chosen, look at your entire infrastructure, and help develop a report for you that you will then take to develop your site budget. Once that site budget is ready to go, with your homeownership's help, we will dial in that home. We'll price out any customs that you'd like to do. And when everything is back, we're ready to sign our order for concepts. We'll accept a $35 processing fee from you at that time, and we will order concepts. And it generally takes from 2 to 4 weeks to get concepts in. When the concepts come back, you review them. If they're to your specifications, then we submit an order for approval. And approval is just simply all the corporate office entities looking at that order with a fine-tooth comb to catch any errors that a homeownership counselor might have made, because we're jacks of all trades and experts at nothing, although we think we are. And we'll go ahead and get that approved for you, and then you're under the bill. It takes about 4 months for you to complete your owner to-dos. In some branches, there's a little bit additional time provided for you. It depends on the jurisdiction. And it takes approximately 5 to 6 months to build your house. Each branch has a little bit different build time depending on what their subcontractor base looks like. So you're looking at about a 9 to 12 month window for absolute, the whole deal, completed house, just like Mary's.
Awesome. Well, wow, we got to cover a lot, and it looks like we don't have any more questions that have popped up while we've been going through the process and going through the home.
Well, fantastic. Then, guys, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for coming and visiting us today. When you go find your branch and you click contact, you will receive all the information that you need. You can call this 1-844 number and talk to our online sales team. They can answer questions and they can set that appointment up. Our appointments last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depending on the questions that you have. And then if you click on the more contact information and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see all the support that you have available at your branch. So here at this branch, you'll see all the sales folks, the superintendents, and all the staff that's going to support you during this build process to completion. If there's no further questions, I just want to say thank you again, and tell your friends and family about us. If you do, and you refer them using our web portal at the bottom, really simple, easy peasy. You can click right here to our referral programs, and you can refer folks and earn $500. That easy.
That's pretty awesome.
It's really awesome. As long as you fill this form out. So there's all kinds of great programs that we offer with Adair Homes. So again, thank you so much for your time, everyone. I hope you guys have a great week.
Thank you, Brenda.